Hey everyone, today we're going to be talking about the exhausted extension for Fantasy Grounds Unity. The exhausted extension makes it a little bit easier to deal with the exhausted condition within Fantasy Grounds. The first thing you'll notice is the exhausted extension adds exhaustion as a condition. So what you can do with that is you can just grab that and then plop that on your actor that you want to add exhaustion to, and it'll sum up the exhaustion levels automatically. And just like in regular Fantasy Grounds, if you long rest, it'll decrement the exhaustion levels as well. If you don't want to decrement the exhaustion level on a long rest, you can add the effect Stay Exhaust to your actor, and that'll prevent exhaustion levels from decrementing when a long rest is taking place. The extension also adds the ability to be immune to exhaustion, just like immune to any other condition in Fantasy Grounds. So if character is immune to exhaustion and you try to add a level of exhaustion to that actor, it'll kick it out and it'll show you down there in the chat that the actor is immune, and that's why the effect did not apply. So let's look at the Soulmonger NPC from Monsters of the Multiverse. Soulmonger is one of a handful of creatures that has exhaustion effects in it, specifically Wave of Weariness. So what this extension does is it parses through the text and it'll highlight where it says add exhaustion, and it'll make that clickable on the NPC sheet. And it also adds that into the CT if you want to apply exhaustion from there as well. And the Soulmonger is immune to exhaustion again, so if you try to apply exhaustion to the NPC, it won't apply. Let's look at a couple of the options here with exhausted. There's a few of them. One of them is verbose exhaustion. This is only relevant if you're using Mad Nomad's extension here. And you can do it just regular, and then you can do extended verbose, which will add the little dice to his extension. That's going to slow down your game, though, as well. What really should happen is that should be within his extension there. So if you click that off. But if you want to see the extra stuff, that's what that is all about. Next, we'll look at add exhaustion if heal from 0 hit points. You can set that to however many levels you want to add. We'll just set to 1 here. So what this does is it's a fairly common house rule that if you drop to 0 hit points and you come back, you get a level of exhaustion. So what we'll do here is add some damage to Toss Cobble and then add some more so she gets knocked out. And then we will go over and find a healing potion. As you can see, it's added, or it's going to add 1 level of exhaustion here once we put the healing potion on. She already has 1, so we'll do a healing potion. She goes up to 2 levels of exhaustion. The second option there below it, exhaustion NPC if heal from 0 hit points, that applies it to NPCs as well, so if you want to apply it to your pets or whatever. And lastly, what we have is playtest use 1 D&D exhaustion rules. That'll use the new playtest rules for exhaustion instead of the existing 5e rules. So it'll add negative modifiers to all your d20 rolls. So like 2 levels of exhaustion will have -2 to all your d20 rolls. That's all I have. Like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks.